at the VP Racing Fuels, making PowerPoint. The big blocks are green again at Volusia. And 1 and 2. There goes Jimmy Phelps on the bottom. He gets the lead away from Friesen up off of turn number 2. Jack Lehner, Peter Britton, Tim Fuller, your top 5 as they bring it through turns 3 and 4 and across the line for lap number 1. Jimmy Phelps looking pretty good, Brett.
Yep, I knew exactly where he was going to go. He's going to run that bottom, try to stay under the rut in 1. And but just watch, Stu's going to just keep on dusting that outside off. You wait and see.
Made it work for him, and he may try that again here through 1 and 2. Is good battle there for third. Look at Jack Lehner go to third now.
Jack's been surprisingly fast all weekends, or all week so far. So let's see if he's got something for these guys up front. And don't rule out Brett. He's looking pretty good too. Yeah,
and I've noticed that Jimmy Phelps doesn't seem to matter what track we go to on the Super Dirt Car Series. You mentioned it time again as Stuart Friesen has jumped the cushion, allows Lehner to get to second, but he does not get off that bottom at all, does he? Unless he really has to. He knows he's got a good race car, but as they look in front of him, Stuart Friesen back alongside of Lehner, and maybe that top side is starting to get dusted off, Brett, a little bit.
Well, I'm 99% sure that everybody's on a 300 compound, which is the softer compound here, so yellow.
Caution lights are on as Steve Bernard slowed on the back straightaway over there in turn number 3. Turn number 4. Green lights are back on, and away we go. Once again, Phelps sticking with that inside lane. That bump catches Stuart Friesen off, and here comes Britton. Wow, what a move through the middle there, Brett. Through the middle, Britton to second.
That's a momentum off the top of 1 and get down in that area of brown that you see coming through that strip in 2, and that's what happens.
And Friesen again over the cushion, loses a couple more spots to Kyle Coffey and to Jack Lehner, as now Jimmy Phelps still the leader, but here comes Batman on that high lane. Friesen all the way back to spot number 5 now.
There's a way to fix it from the driver's seat.
And Britton overcooked it into turns 1 and 2. Jack Lehner back to second. Tim Fuller did the same thing towards the back portion of the top 10. Boy, this track is really testing these drivers. I think it's testing a lot of their patience too, I think.
And now that'll take some traction away from that area, so it's going to be a limited amount of options.
Yeah, a lot of options around this racetrack as Jimmy does step it up out of line. And we'll see how this works into turns 1 and 2. Looks like he's going to get there fairly clean around Mark Johnson. Johnson's going to give way to him. Well, I say that for now. Johnson drives back to the inside. This is now where Jack Lehner is going to come into play. He's going to try to see if he can steal one here from Phelps, as we got a race for the lead coming off the turn. This is where Jack Lehner's at the advantage, I think.
I think so too. When you're in second on this type of deal, and that guy up front's trying to figure out what he's going to do, that second place guy's watching it all go down.
Come down to the line. 4 laps left to go. Jimmy Phelps still holding on to the lead. Not much he can do with Mark Johnson. Mark Johnson does have a pretty good race car, it seems. But as you mentioned, Brett, Jimmy Phelps. Now here comes Lehner to the high lane. He's going to step up on the line, trying to get by Phelps. Jack Lehner really had to try something there, but I don't think there's much out there for him to do. But Peter Britton's going to try it now. We'll see how this goes.
You can see that there's a lot of bite in the middle of the track for Peter Britton, but it's so bumpy that you could break your momentum really easily. But here he goes.
He's going to try it again through turn number 3 and 4. We'll come down to the line with 2 to go. Lehner poking the nose of the inside of Jimmy Phelps. Peter Britton trying the high lane. 2 to go, and here comes Batman. I'll tell you what, Brent, I think he's found something up there.
That's right. If he cut out through that brown, he's going to get a big run right here.
Down the back straightaway, Peter Britton trying to make up for last night. He's alongside of Jimmy Phelps. He drove it in deep into the turn. White flag in the air this time by Phelps. Gets the lead back in turn number 4. Final time around into turns 1 and 2. Here comes Batman. He rolls around the top side of Jimmy Phelps through 1 and 2. New race leader, it's Peter Britton, Brett.
He found the brown strip there. Now he's got to get into 3 and not lose his grip coming off the 4.
Checkered flag in the air as they come down to the line, side by side for the win. Calling at the line, it's Britton, I believe, by a nose unofficially. As he climbs out of the car, how about a Volusia Speedway Park? Give it up for Batman, Peter Britton.